Hi, I'm Jo from Your Space Living, and I've got a question for you. Given the choice when buying a kitchen, would you prefer to buy from a designer or a salesperson? In other words, do you want a design experience or a sales process? I know, that sounds like a stupid question.
That's one of the most stupid questions I've ever heard in my life.
Of course you want your kitchen designed. Unfortunately, the majority of kitchen retailers only offer the second option, a sales process. Volume retailers, each of whom employ a sales process, account for 80% of all the kitchens sold in the UK. That means the majority of kitchen buyers never get a genuine design experience. And in my opinion, that's a tragedy. Here's the thing. There are elements of design that can be taught. Designers do improve over time and with training. This is especially true in the world of kitchens, where you need to ensure that your design can actually function in the real world.
And here's truly one of the most outstanding features of the RCA Whirlpool Miracle Kitchen. By merely pressing a button, a self-propelled serving cart appears.
But design is a vocation. It's a lifestyle. Designers are creative people, often with very giving natures. Designers wear their hearts on their sleeve. They express themselves through a desire to demonstrate their skill for the benefit of others. In many ways, they are performers, trying to make a better world through their creative ideas. A love for design starts early in life and often has a genetic component that is nurtured over time. Successful designers have a lifetime of artistic endeavours behind them. Usually they've excelled at art in school and often progressed onto a degree in a design-related subject. Now, compare that to a salesperson. These are results-driven individuals, go-getters, skilled in human interaction and masters of manipulation. The old jokes ring true. They can sell sand to the Arabs and ice to the Eskimos, and they'd sell their own granny to get what they want.
What a liberty.
If you're selling cars, you need a salesperson. If you're selling double glazed windows, you need a salesperson. Pharmaceuticals, real estate, insurance, Encyclopedia Britannica, they all need effective and incentivised salespeople.
Are you a door-to-door salesman?
No. That's as stiff as you like and it won't damage your rug. Well, that's what I told her.
Unfortunately, the kitchen industry is in a quandary. Modern, sophisticated customers want beautifully designed kitchens, just like the ones they see on Pinterest and Instagram. The problem is, fresh and innovative design comes at a cost. There's a process to design. Good design takes time, and in the world of kitchens, that could result in weeks of design work.
I got all the time I want. I got a time machine. I can just go back early and warn them.
Weeks of design work is a problem for a salesperson with no formal experience, talent, or training. 2 weeks learning design at company HQ after a career in telesales does not count. They may be able to crank out 3D renders of fancy kitchens, but they are not designing them. The concept of real design is incompatible with a sales process. It simply isn't efficient enough.
Anyway, let's get serious. You want to buy this car, what? Yay or nay?
Well, I don't know. We have to think about it.
Yeah, what's there to think about? I mean, you told me you liked it. You asked me 10,000 questions. I answered every single one of them. You drove it. You love it. What more do you need to know?
If a salesperson lets a prospect leave the showroom without securing a deposit, they risk losing the job altogether. The prospect might go somewhere else for a cheaper deal, or simply lose interest entirely. Salespeople need commitment and will do all they can to close the deal at the earliest opportunity.
Always be closing. Always be closing.
You see, most salespeople working in these big kitchen companies are paid predominantly by commission. Selling one kitchen could put an additional £1,000 in their pay packet. Trust me, they want that money and they'll sell their granny to get it. But they'll never need to sell their granny because the sales process has them covered.
Oh, what a relief, lads.
Firstly, they aren't designing a kitchen. They are simply laying out a number of limited components into a virtual space using CAD software. By limited, I mean that the range of furniture is restricted to keep things as simple as possible. They are working with the kitchen equivalent of Lego.
I am so pumped up!
The kitchen salesperson has no obligation to conform to accurate measurements or safety regulations. Measured the room incorrectly? No problem. Someone will sort that out after the sale.
We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that.
They just want your money. What about if you don't have enough money? No problem. They have that covered too. Interest-free credit is the order of the day. Buy now, pay later. Honestly, what's not to like?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
If you're genuinely looking for design experience, why would you want to get involved in any of that? You simply don't need to. There's an alternative route and it's superior in every way. The answer is to go to the independent kitchen studio. Ideally, what you want is a local boutique service, one that employs qualified designers with years of experience and has an impeccable reputation. These companies are more rare, but they do exist and they really aren't hard to find. They sound expensive, I hear you say. Well, actually, no. They have to be competitive, otherwise they go out of business. Any additional costs would be justified by the quality of the products, the service and the finished kitchen. Pound for pound, the value is unbeatable.
The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball.
Of course, if you're convinced you don't need any of that and you just want what appears to be the cheapest deal, then stick with the salesperson. Just remember the old adage, buy cheap, buy twice. Independent boutique kitchen studios don't need dedicated complaints departments. They don't have Facebook groups with thousands of disgruntled customers all baying for blood. Boutique studios offer a genuine, caring, high-quality service where you are treated as a person, not a number. So, if you're researching the internet for a new kitchen and want something tailored to your needs, stay away from the national chain stores and DIY warehouses. Shop local. Focus on service and reputation. There's an old saying in the kitchen industry, if you're the world's worst designer but a first-class salesperson, you'll keep your job. I prefer something a little bit more modern. Great design sells itself, and people buy from people they like. You need to trust your designer. After all, this is your home, your sanctuary. This is the place you spend your precious moments with your loved ones. Don't be sold to. Look for great designers who care about you more than they commission. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you soon.